Plaintiffs Margaret Sykes and her 12-year-old daughter Golden Jenkins live next door to the defendant. And although Golden has tried to be friends with the defendant's daughter, she constantly bullies Golden. Margaret is suing because she claims the defendant's daughter attacked Golden at the bus stop. The incident was caught on tape. Defendants Erica Mays and her 12-year-old daughter Nyla Hall say they haven't had any problems until the plaintiffs moved in next door. Nyla admits that she and Golden got into a fight, but she insists Golden provoked the fight, and Erica feels it was mutual combat. They're countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I want to start out, Your Honor, by saying that, bullying is out of control in the United States today. Kids can't go to their bus stop and feel safe. I don't feel safe with my daughter at the bus stop anymore. There's people in my own city or my state that have committed suicide because of being bullied. I've had to transfer my daughter's school. Now I have to drive her to school.
Many children drop out. I think 10 to 20% of the children that drop out of school drop out because of bullying. And the majority of shooting incidents are a result of bullying. So it is a big crisis. So I'm glad you pointed that out. Do they know each other, the children?
Yes, they live right next door to us.
Have they been friends in the past?
They tried to be.
How long
I
have
told
you
my
all
daughter
been
to be
neighbors?
forgiving and try to be friends, but then something always comes up to break them apart, and then the bullying and the jealousy and the hatred starts back up.
How long have you all been neighbors?
I've been living in there for about 2 years now. They were there before we moved in.
And have you and the mother spoken about these clashes?
Oh yes, the community has had the mothers together to try to bring peace in the area, and I tried my best, but now I'm just kind of like fed up with it.
How often do they fall out?
I could say like once every month, I would say. Some incident would come up, or maybe once a week.
What type
every
of
2
things
weeks.
would they fall out about?
Just talking about each other, stuff like that. Or, she is like, if she can't even go outside, or somebody will say something to her and she'll come and tell me, I say, all right, just stay in. So it's kind of like that.
Young lady, do people bully you?
Yeah, well, like they call me names and kind of insult me. I don't know why. I try to be nice and stuff, but I don't. It's probably because maybe they've been friends with somebody that doesn't like me, and they tell them to turn against me. I just don't know.
Okay. All right. And have you ever gone to the principal about being bullied or talked about?
Yes. My mom came into the school, talked to the principal, and the principal said if somebody is calling you names or asking you what happened about the fight, she said to go talk to her.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about the fight we're here today for. I'm talking about other times.
Like in Northview, there was this one dude that would like cuss me out and stuff.
You go to the principal?
I go to the teacher.
Okay.
And they give me a pass to the principal or to
And what has happened when you went to the principal?
She would like call them down and we would talk about it. And then we'll say sorry to each other, and then
all right. Ma'am, you ever been contacted by the school regarding her being victimized?
Yes, when she was at the grade school, the school that she's at, Northview, and the school that she was transferred to, West Lane, are middle schools. So when she was at Cricket Creek, which was the grade school, she would come home and tell me about the kids that live in our neighborhood were the ones bullying her at school.
And what would the principal tell you when you approached her?
They said that she has to come to the office and tell them whenever it happened.
All right. Would you have the names?
No, because...
Why? She knew them.
Right.
So why wouldn't you get the names from her?
When I get the names from her, I will call the school and give them to the principal.
Okay, I just asked you that and you said no. Let me move over to them and get some background, ma'am. Don't roll your eyes because I ask very pertinent questions. See, I'm not the type you can just come in here and just tell me anything and I'm going to say, I'm trying to help you figure it out and find out if you're telling the truth. Now, let me hear from you.
My daughter is 12. She goes to Northview Middle School. We haven't been having any problems until this family moved in 2 years ago. You never
had any problem with your child at school?
Other than her getting in trouble, she hasn't had.
That's what I'm referring to. That's a problem.
I mean, she doesn't get in trouble on
You just said she did. You just said she did. What do you mean she doesn't?
Okay, well, can I start all over?
Sure.
Okay. I don't have many problems with my child, but she's a child, and children get in trouble. That's how they learn how to grow up to be responsible for
Not all children.
People.
Now, how many times has she been in trouble in school?
3 times.
Okay, tell me about those.
Okay. The first time this school year, she got in trouble because she got into a fight with the plaintiff.
All right, we're not talking about that. I want the background.
The other time was in the 2nd grade when the teacher had asked her to stop messing with somebody and she didn't do it.
Bullying. What else?
And the other time,
ma'am, if you had 3 in mind, you know what they were.
I mean, I just said 3 because I don't have trouble kids. I don't have kids that get in trouble.
So were you telling the truth? Were you telling the truth or not?
Yes, I'm telling the truth.
Well, then you should know. The 3 is what? Why are you rolling your eyes? You're in the wrong place to roll your eyes and lie. Let's get to the incident. I see what's going on here so far. Parents, go ahead. Tell me what happened, ma'am.
Okay, what happened was my daughter went to the school bus stop to catch her bus to go to school. And the defendant's daughter started fighting her.
Your Honor,
absolutely no
Be
reason.
quiet. You be quiet. Go ahead.
For no reason, Your Honor. Next thing I know, my daughter's knocking on the door, face all
Let me see your pictures.
hit on. Your Honor, I went to the school. I immediately put her in the car. And I went to the school because I was going to have something done because I've been telling the school about this. Okay, not only did they jump on my daughter at the bus stop, they took a video camera, gave it to a little boy, and he videotaped it. I tried to get that videotape from the police officers. They wouldn't give it to me. The police said that it's evidence.
Okay. You want to tell me how the fight began?
Well, I went to the bus stop and then there was this girl and then everybody just started saying, "Are y'all gonna fight or not?" And I didn't want to fight.
Fight who?
Nyla. And everybody was telling us to fight. And this girl, she was like, "Man, if y'all don't fight, I'm going to call y'all some wimps." So I see the bus coming. So I'm standing up and trying to take, trying to not be a wimp because I don't want nobody calling me no wimp. And so I'm just standing there saying, what? And then she just punched me. And so we start scrapping.
What does that mean? When you say what does that mean?
Like, what you gonna do?
Right.
And then
you're inviting a fight.
Yeah, and then I stopped, and then she just
Did
punched
she tell
me.
you this, ma'am?
No, she didn't tell me that part. When I got to the school, they showed me the videotape.
I understand. But when you invite someone to fight you, they fight you.
But on the videotape, the girl standing there.
I'm going by what she says, ma'am. She's right here. I don't need to see a videotape that you didn't bring. I asked her. I didn't want to be no wimp, so I jumped up and I said, what? And I know what that means. That means let's fight. And she said, that's what it means. So don't act like she's an angel. Let me hear from you, man. What is your understanding of what happened?
When we was at the bus stop, I was standing with 2 of my other friends. We was just talking. And so she was sitting down with other people on the bus stop. And so she was telling everybody how she was going to whoop my and whatnot and everything.
Why?
I don't.
You all don't know why you all wanted to fight each other.
We've
Go
been
ahead.
having problems with them since they moved in.
And she did say that. Go ahead.
And so I ain't even paid no attention. I was just sitting there talking to my friends, and a boy who recorded the fight, he spoke up and he said, hey, she over here saying that she gonna whoop your stuff. So I slid off my flip-flops or whatever, and so she taking off her vest, tying up her hair, and then when she get ready, she stand there and she like, what you gonna do? What? I thought you said you gonna hit me in my face, whatever. So I punched her in her face and we went at it.
Your Honor, I have the police report and I did bring the video, and the principal of the school, as well as the officers who was at the school, said that it was a mutual battery. There was nobody bullying
You have
anybody.
the video with you today?
Yes, I do.
Let's take a look. Didn't know that. Hold on, quiet.
You had it all day. We ain't gonna fight or what, man? Her hair ponytail. You ain't gotta do that. We don't want no hair. Come on, man.
You're tying her hair up to fight.
I can't, but what's going on? Man, he can't do to us. Let me report this. Oh my God. I'm not tired. Man, come on. Hey, up. You said you was gonna slip me the face, so what you gonna do? Man, come on. What do y'all run up your ass? What are you? Oh my God. Yay. Hi, I can't fight. Look at it fighting. She bleeding. Hey, Natalie, y'all can break it up now. Okay, break it up.
Your Honor,
Yep.
the videotape's been tampered with because a lot
No,
of
it hasn't, Your Honor.
at all.
Your
They
Honor.
didn't show the part when she was sitting down and she wasn't asking for a fight. When the other girl was standing there in the stands, they
Ma'am,
showed the part where she stood
ma'am, I
up.
see what the problem is. You're clearly in denial. Your daughter told us what she did, and we just saw what she did. And yet you're going to say something different happened.
When I saw it at the school, it was different. The tape was,
I know.
because parts of it is
Your
cut
Honor,
out.
I know.
the officers took the video camera that day. They didn't release it to me until Tuesday.
What else you said you had?
I have the police report that just says that the school said that it was a mutual battery and not anybody attacking anybody.
Was there any, upon viewing the recording, I saw that there were numerous students at the bus stop in which the altercation. The students were chanting for the two girls to fight as it is being filmed. School administrators at Northview spoke to students that were at the bus stop, and they stated the altercation was planned to occur today in the afternoon time, but happened this morning. It indeed was mutual combat. Therefore, I can't grant you anything for your pain and suffering. Your $5,000 for emotional distress is for what?
My $5,000 for emotional distress is because since they have moved in 2 years ago, I have had nothing but problems out of her and her 5 children that stay in the apartment. We share a porch, so therefore I have to deal with them on
Give me some specifics.
On 5/11/09, I took another neighbor to the grocery store. We came back from the grocery store. We was sitting in the car. We was talking. Her 18 or 19-year-old daughter, Rapunzel, walked past. She heard us talking and thought we was talking about her. She started cursing us out. So we was like, what are you cursing us out for? Because we
That's
ain't
a lie,
talking to
Your
you.
Honor.
Let her finish.
So we started cussing her out. She runs in the house and she calls the
Got
police.
that point.
She
Give me
tries to
another
play.
incident other than you all cussing each other out. Give me
After
another
the
one.
kids was suspended and they had to go back to school, the apartment told us that we had to walk our kids to school, but I didn't know that she had pulled her child out of the school, so I was walking my daughter to the bus stop. She seen us walking and tried to run over us.
In the car?
Yes. Yes.
Your Honor, that is a lie.
No, it's not.
That is a
What'd you
lie,
do?
Your
Not.
Honor.
I didn't. What was I to do?
Call the police. Next time somebody tries to run over you, call the police. Have a good day. Both your cases are dismissed.
She's the bully. Her and her family try to portray like they're Christians when really they're bullying and terrorizing the whole neighborhood.
She basically sat up there and lied about the whole fight. I mean, what more can I say?
Didn't do or anything.